Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today, we are finally doing some more work on my other 07 STi. It's funny, I've been posting this on my story and everyone thinks that this is the giveaway STi. It's a different car. Anyway, we are doing some more work. Last time you guys saw, it was kind of a weird video. We are trying to clean up a lot of this corroded subframes. And then that failed epically, and off camera, I got the whole assembly put back together. All the subframes, axles, hubs, everything is put back together. But today we need to button up all of this stuff. Today, I really want to get this car back on the ground on its wheels and rolled outside so we can give this thing a much needed wash. I'm to the point now where I should be starting to assemble the motor. I have like 95% of everything. But as I had my VA STi and I was trying to hit a race day, I was stealing a lot of parts from this car for the VA STi, and I didn't realize the stuff I didn't have. So I don't have everything to get the full motor together, but I just ordered everything last night. And goddamn, parts are so expensive. But what we have coming is a full new timing kit, tensioner, belt, idler pulleys, water pump, oil cooler. We already have like the new oil pump, stuff like that on the shelf. I have like new oil cooler, hose lines, heater core lines, just a lot of stuff that was crusty on this car before. But there's one thing I forgot to order, and that is the timing covers. I remember when I took this car apart, the bolts were stripped or something, and I had to rip off the timing covers, which broke them. So I'm hoping I can find some locally, but I know those are pretty damn expensive as well. But that's a little update why we're not building the motor yet. And that is because we're waiting on the last bit of parts to come. But today we can get this car back on the ground, get the interior cleaned up a little bit, and roll this car outside so at least we can wash this engine bay. The exterior underneath the car is pretty dirty, and just get this car cleaned up so when we do go to assemble this motor, everything's nice and clean. And I'm not having to mess with a ton of gross, grimy parts. But I'm feeling pretty confident that we can get this car done at least before the winner of the Hawkeye comes down, as we don't even know the winner yet. I find out on the 14th, but that gives me a pretty good amount of time to get this car running. The only downside is a lot of the parts I ordered to get this car running is like a week minimum to get here. Oh, also I ordered a new oil cooler. I don't know if I said that. So right now, getting this motor together, we're kind of playing the waiting game, which is unfortunate. I should have thought this through beforehand, but I never do. So we have everything ordered, so soon we can get that motor assembled. And there's nothing fancy going on with this motor. It's going to be a stock long block. I have the brand new crate motor. I have a Type RA short block. I have the OEM rebuilt heads sitting nicely in the bags here. So these are all gone through. Everything's new on here. So it'll just be a OEM block, but everything replaced, so it should have a good long life ahead of it. And as you guys can see here, I already have the e-brake lines ran through the firewall. So we need to go ahead and get these hooked up to this bracket here. And here we go. We got the whole brake line assembly put back together with a working handbrake. And who knows, it may have been time to do a little e-brake line adjustment, as these cables like to stretch over time. And this is an older car, so I'm sure this line has never been replaced. So we got that readjusted. Handbrake feels amazing. If it doesn't when we're driving it, it's a very simple adjustment from there. But now we can go ahead and start putting back the center console, the fuse box covers, everything like that. And there we have it, guys. We have the interior put back together. We have the center console. Everything is buttoned back up and connected. We are getting one step closer. This interior is so damn clean. I mean, it's dirty, but it's clean. Like, this wheel is in like perfect condition. Huh. I am missing the shift knob. It had some gross wooden wannabe like JDM shift knob. I absolutely hated it, so I need to order an OEM one. One thing I absolutely hate is how high up this center column is. When you can't place your arm here and drive. Granted, you wouldn't be in the passenger seat, but it is way too high for comfort. I don't know if this was like an OEM plus option or someone did this, because I don't think the other Hawkeye is this high. And yeah, I hate this. As a passenger though, it does feel nice having it this high, but as a driver, I don't think so. I do not remember the interior of this car being so clean. Granted, it's like dusty, needs a vacuum, stuff like that, but every piece is in like good condition. The seats are in good condition. The headliner doesn't have any weird stains. The headliner's clean. I like this car. New crush washer for the banjo bolt for the brake lines, because you should always replace your crush washers. All right, there we go. We have the underneath of the car buttoned up. We have all of the brake lines, the wheel speed sensors, everything's tightened down, and the e-brake cables tucked back up. I do need to connect the diff. I just saw those connectors hanging down. And then we can finally get some wheels on this car and drop this car and push it outside. One of these days, I really need to invest in a lift. It would make filming underneath the car so much easier. I didn't even film anything under there because it's damn near impossible. And my lighting is horrible. One day, I promise you guys, we'll have a lift right here. Oh, that'll be so nice. And then maybe we can finally wash off all this auction writing stuff that I never took off the car that the previous owner had when he got this car from auction. But this thing is filthy. Well, we just got back from the store. I went and picked up more cleaning stuff. I bought new soap and a new hose because someone stole mine here. Granted, I did leave it outside, but yeah, someone stole my hose. So I had to buy a new one, got a new wash mitt, stuff like that. So we can get this car washed up. The only thing I forgot to get, and I didn't realize I'd have it, is degreaser. So that's kind of crappy. Don't really want to head out, but we'll go ahead and start washing this and see how badly it needs a degreasing. But the one main issue right now, obviously I'm trying to wash the car, but there's one problem, and that is the windows are down and I don't have my jump pack anywhere near me. It's not in my shop at least. So we need to get these windows rolled up, and I'm hoping I have a few spare batteries right here. I'm hoping one of these, I have 3 of them, Jesus. One of these has enough charge to get this window up, or else I have to be very careful while washing this car. I don't know, we'll see. And problem number 3 or something now is I forgot this doesn't have the actual terminal, so I have to hold this on here. I don't even think this is gonna work. Okay, well, we got it to work, but now I need a way to hold that down so I can go inside the car and roll up the windows. Very confusing. Well, that was surprisingly successful. Kind of a little janky, but it worked. Also, it's really weird on at least the GD chassis. On like the 15 plus, for example, you can pull your fuel pump fuse out of your fuse box. On here, I'm not seeing anywhere for the fuel pump fuse. After some digging online, I'm told if you like tear apart into the fuse boxes in the dash, you can disable it, but yeah, kind of funky. So we did have some fuel spray out on the floor, but at least we're getting the floor cleaned as well. I didn't really want to tear into all the fuse boxes inside to try to find that fuel pump fuse. So we just got a little bit on the floor. Now let's go ahead and start her up. I wish. This car came out absolutely amazing. This car looks so damn good. Let's go ahead and dry it though. Let's go ahead and give it a dry though, because black cars when they're wet always look good no matter how clapped they are. So let's go ahead and actually dry off this car so we can see how it looks. Regardless, I am very, very, very happy with how the wheels came out. It pops so much on this car now, with especially having the gold Brembos with the machined wheels. It pops like crazy. This car cleaned up so damn nicely. I'm truthfully surprised. There's quite a few like dings and dents that I'll get PDR'd out of here, and a good detail on this car, a buff cut polish, will bring this car back to life. It looks so damn good, and I'm really, really happy with how it looks. I was very concerned after washing it I was gonna find a lot of other problems, defects, stuff like that, but this car is pretty damn clean. The engine bay even looks pretty damn nice. I couldn't find degreaser, so I couldn't obviously do the most thorough engine bay wash, but once we get the whole motor put back together, we'll do another engine bay wash, bring this back out to life, but it looks so damn good. I'm happy. Today was a pretty successful day. We got the car back on the ground, buttoned up a few more suspension component pieces, got the interior back together, and washed the full car. I'm happy. I hope you guys are stoked, because the next video, we will be assembling this motor to get put back into this car. But unfortunately, it might be a little while until the next upload. Just depends on when parts show up, because some stuff is more crucial than others. And this car will be soon back on the road, and I'm so beyond excited to have a car I can beat on, because the other Hawkeye, I never beat on it, as it was always the giveaway car once it was running. So this time, once we get this car running, we're most definitely gonna beat on this a little bit. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.